Never sleep again.
Are you afraid of the things that go bump in the night? Do you feel like a zombie after a long night of tossing and turning? Well, then try Dream from LifeWise. Just one tab daily before bed will leave you feeling rested and refreshed every morning. That's right, Dream from LifeWise. Just one simple tab placed on your tongue, it dissolves and let you drift into dreamland. Text Moose Dream to 754-600-9473 to get you started with your free samples today.
Hi, this is John Dugan, Grandpa from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you're listening to Moose's Monster Mash. Keep mashing.
You're listening to Moose's Monster Mash. Welcome, Horror Hounds, to an all-new episode of Moose's Monster Mash. I'm your host, Moose, and this isn't just any standard episode. This is the 5-year anniversary episode. If you've been listening and paying attention, thank you to start, you'll know that I've been talking about the big 5-year anniversary show that we held here in Omaha, Moose's Monster Bash, featuring horrorcore legend Comatose, Surreal the MC, and Graveyard Smash, and of course, Andrew Brynarski from films such as The Program, Batman Returns, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, Street Fighter, and many, many more. Well, that took place on October 18th. And it couldn't have gone better. Here shortly, you'll hear some of the interview that Andrew and I did at the event. But before we get there, I want to thank everyone for tuning in these last 5 years. Just thank you for letting me have a place to talk about something that we all love and enjoy. But without further ado, here it is, the audio from Moose's Monster Bash, myself, and special guest, Andrew Brynarski. How are we doing tonight, folks? Welcome to the first ever Moose's Monster Bash. I am Moose, the host of Moose's Monster Mash, the monthly horror podcast available on all podcast platforms. This is the 5-year celebration of my podcast, and wanted to kind of just have fun, hang out with people, and have a good night of horror and music and just fun. Now, it's interesting because 5 years ago tomorrow, I sat in Billy Peck's basement and recorded my very first episode, Halloween Too Many. We went through every Halloween movie, the whole Halloween franchise. And it's kind of fortuitous because next month we're going through the Texas Chainsaw timeline. So that'll be fun. A little spoiler of what's to come next month. Also interesting, it's funny how things line up. Because like a year ago next week is the anniversary of the first live event I did, movie event over at Waiting Room. Some of you were there, some weren't. And 21 years ago yesterday, Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out with our guest of the evening, Andrew Brynarski. So, let's not hear me talk about myself anymore. Let's see if we can pull him away from his table here in a second. Mr. Andrew Brynarski, ladies and gentlemen. So kind of what we're going to do once he gets up here is we're going to talk. But I do encourage you guys, come up with some questions. Because at some point I'm going to turn it over and I would like you guys to ask him your questions. I don't want to hear myself talk all night. Right here. You want to hear me talk? Go look it up. There's over 100 hours of me talking. Just talk. Let some other people talk tonight.
What's cracking, everybody?
So how's it going? How's Omaha been for you?
chilling like a villain.
You and your little furry companion?
Yeah, my world adventure partner here, little Alfalfa, alien life form Alpha. This is the man. What's happening here, Omaha? 5 years of Moose's Monster Mash, man. It's pretty cool. This place seems like it's a little rocking spot.
Been trying for 5 years to get him on. I had to pay to bring him to Omaha to get him on the show.
All right.
So, I guess first question, what got you started in the business? Because, I mean, you're a bodybuilder, actor, everything. I mean, what was the spark to just jump in and go?
I had to save my life. As far as my career as an actor goes, I was an unfulfilled artist, and Philadelphia wasn't getting it for me anymore. So I decided to change my life. Then I changed my direction, set my sails for the West Coast, and, pursued my dreams.
So which of you had more fun with, bodybuilding or acting?
I mean, like, you couldn't pay me to bodybuild anymore right now. My body's fucking
not enough
killing
Advil.
Me. I'm broke by it, but it was fun at the time, and it's good to be strong when you're young. Training is weird. It's not the most fun thing. It's not like getting drunk at the bar with your friends. It's a lot of hard work, discipline, and pain. You tell yourself it tastes like chicken. So it's more fun to chase people around with a chainsaw.
Hell yeah. You couldn't do that when you were bodybuilding?
And hear their screams and lamentations of their women.
So, you've been in many roles. The program, you played Zangief, you've done...
Yeah, it's like 100 movies, 35 years.
Yeah. So, what, aside from Leatherface, because obviously I'd say that's probably your most iconic, what do you get recognized the most for?
Probably The Program. My character, Steve Latimer, from the movie The Program, or Place at the Table. Woo! Or Zangief, Street Fighter, Higher Learning.
So I could definitely
Any
see
Given
Zangief.
Sunday. I all my movies have luckily turned out to be big cult hits. So
that's because you're a small guy and you hide out in the back.
Because I suck. If you suck where I'm from in Philadelphia, they wrap a D-cell in an ice ball with black snow and chuck it at you from cheap seats at the stadium down onto the field. So, you don't want to suck. I'm telling you, if Tom Cruise was walking around Philly without security, they'd beam him in the fucking head with an ice ball. With a D-cell in the middle, fucking just because they're just rude, mean motherfuckers in Philly.
Can they aim that low?
Hey, those are just the chicks. It's a tough town, I'll tell you. City of brotherly love, my ass. You got a friend in Pennsylvania? Fucking call him and bring him before you fucking get there. They just want to beat you up and steal your wallet.
So let's jump into, obviously, Texas Chainsaw. What
this guy?
How was it when you got that call? I mean, at this point, it's already a story.
I didn't get the call. I made the call.
Well, when you made the call.
Yeah. My ex-wife at the time says, she was a Michael Bay's florist, Hollywood florist I was married to. And Michael Bay was one of her clients. I had also worked with him on Pearl Harbor, and that was a lot of fun. It went well. So he'd already tried to kill me once. And they'll kill you if you let them. I found out he was remaking the Chainsaw Massacre, and my wife said, "Oh, you should call Michael and tell him you want to be in that movie." And I said, "What would I play in that?"
A truck.
She says, "The guy with the chainsaw. What's his Leatherface?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'd be the wrong motherfucker. I'll chase you to death beat you with a wet noodle till you're dead, like, give me a chainsaw. And all bets are off. Fuck. This sounds like a party. All right. I'm your Huckleberry. So I called Michael and I said, I think I was born to wear the mask. Let's do it. I'm not the one you want chasing you with a fucking chainsaw. Tell you that. Everybody's gonna die. That's about the end of that. He's like, we don't want it to be, there's not going to be any pig squeals. There's not going to be any jokes in this movie. We want it to be fucking scary. And, I'm like brutal, heinous, mass murdering serial killer cannibals. Yeah, it's not fun and funny if that's what's up with me. If that's my deal, if that's where I'm at, if I'm in a bad place, you all are going to be in trouble. So, I was like, yeah, I could work with that all fucking day. And, that was pretty much, the beginning.
Now, over the last couple months on the show, I've talked a lot about Texas Chainsaw and Texas Chainsaw at the beginning. And one of the things we talked about was the, how realistic the sets looked for the viewer.
The sex?
Sets, with a T.
You mean when she
said, Leatherface sex.
You mean when she said, here you go, here's your pants. Shit, what have you kids been doing with this dead body? Oh, when I was a young trooper, I'm known to cop a feel every now and then on these little young hotties. Ooh, she kind of wet down there. What you kids been doing with this dead body?
So back to the sets.
What are you doing? Not my trunk. I got as much respect for a dead body as about anyone in this town. Throw her in the goddamn trunk.
Have the whole movie memorized?
That's the story of my life, bro.
Is the dialogue memorized? He doesn't have a single line.
Yeah, I have my life memorized. That wasn't just, it's not just a job or a movie. These are days out of my life, months out of my life.
Like we had talked about on the previous episodes.
This was my life when I was 30.
And it reignited Leatherface. I mean, it brought him into the forefront of...
It brought horror back from the dead. Yeah. It brought Leatherface to life, and thank you very much.
I mean, hell, you're on a guitar.
Yeah, I made that happen.
Yeah, tell that story.
I said I got some people
that's a really interesting story.
One of my real good friends, one of my best friends, owns Schecter Guitar Research, and we had a charity that we do called guitars4kids.com, and we would he started it, and I jumped on it, and he would give guitars. He'd have rock stars sign guitars, and then he'd auction them off on eBay, and 100% of the money went to St. Jude's for kids that have, seriously, it makes me cry fucking thinking about that. But fuck, kids with cancer is not funny. It's not fun. Thank God for St. Jude's. But I said to Michael Bay and stuff, you got to let me, do some merchandise tie-ins with some people that I have relationships with, that I'm friends with. So, I know how signature models work and how artist models work and how the guitar business works, since my best friend runs a guitar company. And I said, hey, we got to do a promotion. I'll put you guys together with a new line and, put these guitars to use. make them. Had the art department at Schecter. This kid, Brian Wickman, real talented guy. He got images from New Line, and for the release at the beginning, we did 100 limited edition Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. Schecter Avenger guitars with reverse meat hook, stainless steel inlays, and graphics from the film on a real cool body style. And, we did all kinds of good stuff once again for St. Jude's with those guys. And that's the deal. I gave one to Kerry King. I had 5 personally. I gave my 5 mostly away to Zach Wilde, Kerry King. My friend Dan Festuca got one. I've got one. And Jerry Cantrell just chased me around and begged me for one. Oh, yeah, and I gave the other one to Ace Frehley. And I kind of signed my name like I ripped it off from Ace Frehley because I always hated the big loopy A's in my fucking name when I'd write my name in school. It fucking made me nuts. So I was like, I did the Ace Frehley star thing on my fucking desk and shit. Fucking, now, hey, that's how I just don't want to be Ace Frehley, That grew up with Christopher Lee and all kinds of cool fucking horror. So, that's how that came about. So I signed it, on the back, Kiss Army Forever and all kinds of shit. And Ace was like, I really like the guitar. It's really cool. Thanks. And then he's like, but that's not my signature. And I'm like, nah, it's my signature. I just ripped it right off of you. He's like, instead of Ace Frehley, little to the side with the card, the Ace of Hearts, on the bottom corner. I just do Andrew Brynarski with the dead happy face. It's a total variant. But it was after that he said, Andrew, I don't know what I could ever do to repay you. I'm like, dude, just give me some space. I'm about to be hit by fucking lightning, I'm sure. Shock me. Make me feel better. I'm down to bare wire. So, y'all having fun yet? Ask me some questions. Hit them when you got them, because there's a bunch of fucking rock and roll waiting to happen after I get the fuck off stage. So it's up to you guys.
Who's this beautiful puppy?
This is Alpha. Alpha. Alien life form Alpha. He wants to know, anybody got any cats? Kill me. Seriously, you got any cats?
Not for sale.
I didn't eat the cat.
What's your favorite part about being in Omaha with the horror scene that goes on here? Have you experienced any of that?
What the fuck do you think I'm doing in the middle of this place?
Fucking me, man.
I want to rock.
Yeah.
I want to rock.
Yeah.
Rock. I want to rock. Turn it down, you say. Well, I gotta say what you say time again. I said no. No. Just chilling, doing my thing, trying to have fun. What are you gonna do, right?
Not a damn thing. Enjoy your time.
Hey, get them if you got them. Take it if it's there. Enjoy yourself. This is short run, limited engagement for all us motherfuckers. Remember, you got to do it. You got to get it done. Have fun.
That's from the movie.
It is.
It is. All right.
And it can be yours for just $1 million.
Oh, you're not buying it.
What?
Mom said I can't.
Paul? Your mom said? Shit. I guess it's not for sale. Mom said no.
All right, so even though you said you were the one that made the call to Michael Bay, obviously these are big shoes to step into.
Cut the toes off the fucking sneakers.
That's all I need.
I got huge feet.
How did that make you feel, knowing that you were putting yourself into that situation?
Cut the toes off the fucking shoes and made it my bitch. Gave it a hard run, put in the fucking work.
Hell yeah, brother.
My work ethic and my work rate are unmatchable, so it would have killed 1,000 mortal men. For me, it was Tuesday.
First of all,
I'm blessed. That's the bottom line. I'm blessed.
First of all, I'd like to say, because as a kid, you were actually my first exposure into horror. And
thanks for making me feel old as fuck.
I'm not that old, but I mean, even though I didn't get to see this.
You're 40, dude. Come on. Shit.
Veganism does make me look younger than what I am.
I'm joking.
I know.
You're not 40. 52. 26.
That's right.
I was just being nice.
I'm flattered. I'm actually 28.
I was just being nice.
Yeah.
Come on, let's move it right along.
But
What?
But I was going to say that, thank you for being my Leatherface and explore me.
Well, they asked me to be your Leatherface. I'm like, what am I not? How can I say no?
This is kind of like a weird question. I mean,
no, I'm not available for kinky sex parties.
Well, why not?
Well, make me an offer.
I probably would explode, but that's different.
Yeah, well, that's the idea of a kinky sex party.
So, since you were, what was it like, being around Arlie Army?
Arlie Army?
Yeah.
From the Army?
Yeah.
He's from the Marines. Hoorah, motherfucker. He was great. He was the best. He'd be like, you're the best fucking Leatherface there's ever fucking been, and you and me, we're gonna have us some fun. And he'd smoke a Marlboro Red, drink black coffee, and stuff a whole bag of Red Band into his cheek while he was telling me all this. He was a fucking salty leatherneck, man. He was the realest of the fucking real. So he and I just got on well. We had no problem. We both know how to dig deep and get it fucking done and have fun about it. So having fun at work, that's what you got to do. I mean, it beats digging ditches. It's all fun until somebody gets hurt. That's the trick.
Did anybody get hurt in the building?
They're still making horror movies?
Yep.
The answer is no.
So, what was your favorite memory from your time on Texas Chainsaw?
Can't tell you.
What was your favorite appropriate?
Well, I'll tell you. I'll get you close. I'll get you close. I won't, but I'll tell you how cool I fucking am. So, we're off camera in this meat packing factory. And it's me and Jessica, who had just come running. I chased her up the cattle run. Now she's in the plant. And we're about to run into what is called the kill box, where it's the end of the line, the metal cage stops you, and then you're like, what the fuck? It's the end of the line. And then there's a hole in the side of the metal wall, and that's where they punch the cattle prod with the shot shell on the end, and it's like a fucking shark stick, and it's like, and they pop them in the fucking head, the cows drop. Then the bottom is like 2 feet of clearance. They drag the fucking dead cow out towards the drain where they start working on the motherfucker. And I had Jessica, we're about to do that scene where she gets there and then she crawls underneath, and then I go down, drop down, and she's on her back kicking me in the face trying to get away, and I'm trying to grab her, and she kicked me like 10 times in the fucking face. But I was like, Jessica. I was okay with it. And right before we started that, I was holding her around the waist, just out of the camera's view. And I'm going to let her go first on first action, and then I'm going to give her a couple seconds watching it from the side, and then I'm going to take my own cue and pop in and join the chase. And so we're trying. There's not a lot of space, and I've got her like this, pulling her just all into me, and we're both looking the same direction in front of us, and I'm hot breathing with the mask into her fucking neck and her ear. I'm blowing and fucking like nibbling on her ear, fucking God. She's like, She's doing her thing. She's getting herself all psyched up and prepped, and I'm like, first I'm gonna catch you, then I'm gonna kill you, then I'm right in her ear, and I'm going, then I'm gonna fuck you, and I'm gonna eat you. She goes, sounds about right. Action! Let her go. Go after her. Then she kicked me in the face, but she could have fucking hit me with a bat, and I'd have smiled. It's good times. So my best time was the same time, but later that day. Next question.
And the best time is the story we don't get to hear. And the best ones always are.
Later that night, on the same day, you don't get to hear. That was the best.
So what was the
You can
worst
see where
time?
that's going. But we already went there.
Did you keep the mask on?
Yes. Crazy thing is, and boy, I smelled foul too. The difference between me and Thomas Hewitt is, fuck, that's a dirty boy. Like fucking filthy, fucking filthy. I couldn't be that fucking nasty. Like, you know, that was the hardest part. Putting up with the fucking swamp balls.
So what was the smell like on set while you were filming?
The worst was when they'd pull the costume would be just literally saturated, soaked, and then they'd put it wet into a garment bag in the dark and leave it there for a few days until I was fucking that mildew and black mold. Let me tell you, does not smell good. It was like 1,000 times more foul than ammonia. And then like 6 months later, they pulled that out. You know, we did photo shoots for like a bunch of periodicals, Entertainment Weekly, cover shoot and stuff. And they bring in all these racks of clothes for Jessica Biel, all these hundreds of $1,000s worth of designer clothes. They're bringing in rack after rack for the photo shoot for Jessica. And then they pull out that old stinky fucking bag and unzip the body bag with my outfit in it. And now it's been sitting in there wet for like 6 fucking months. It literally had black mold. Steam came out when you opened the bag. It was fucking like, I was so fucking deflated by that. I was like, motherfucker. Literally, like the people that paid like $50,000 for my actual shirt, that was part of it. I mean, yeah. Dude, caution. Sold as is. Covered with black mold at this point.
Need the hazmat suit to go along with it, is what he's saying.
But in Hollywood, they tell you they treated the black mold, on the set, which means they took a can of clear an hour earlier and no Krylon. Treated. Perfectly fucking safe now. And I tell you, they'll kill you if you let them. Some shit you can't avoid,
Well,
Leatherface don't live in a high-rise condo with maid service. Can you imagine? Put a little starch in the fucking apron, please. A little more starch, please, next time. Come on.
It'd stiffen up.
Can you starch the collar?
Anyone else got any more questions?
Well, I guess I left you all fucking speechless.
It's the best way to leave them.
So listen, all the bands that are going to play, break a fucking leg, break both your fucking legs. Let's rock this fucking house. Thanks everybody for coming out to support the 5th annual Mooses Monster Bash with Graveyard Smash. Yeah. Let's do the Monster Mash with the fucking Monster Bash. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Give it up for Andrew, everybody.
Thank you for having me and for coming out.
I hope you enjoyed that, folks. And Andrew will be back on at some point, and we'll dive deeper into his career. And just, again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for tuning in for 5 years and growing with me. And you can find me and other great podcasters over at electronicmediacollective.com, or just follow me on YouTube and Twitter at Moose Media Inc., or on Facebook at Moose's Monster Mash. And whether you're a new listener, a long-time listener, or just somebody who stumbled across it and are just scrolling through, hope you enjoyed what you hear, and until next time, Horror Hounds, mash on.
This has been Moose's Monster Mash. Come back for more chills and thrills if you dare.